మనం గత వారం 9-10 శ్లోకాలు చదువుకున్నాము. ఇప్పుడు 11. We'll start with the 11th shloka. So first you tell who you are, then I will tell who I am. That's the moral from this. So ఈ శ్లోక we'll go one ఒక్కొక్క పదం వెళ్దాం, తర్వాత we'll go by పాదం, and then 2 పాదాలు. అథ మహాప్రాణథ తాం అబ్రవీద్ వరో, తామబ్రవీద్ ద్వీరో, అబ్రవీద్ వీరో దీర్ఘం ఓ, హనుమాన్ అగ్రతః, హనుమానగ్రతః స్థితాం, మహాప్రాణస్థ స్థితాం కథయిష్యామి, మహాప్రాణస్థ యా కథయిష్యామి తే తత్వం యన్మాం త్వం పరిపృచ్ఛసి. అథ తామబ్రవీద్వీరో హనుమానగ్రతః స్థితాం కథయిష్యామి తే తత్వం యన్మాం త్వం పరిపృచ్ఛసి. అథ తామబ్రవీద్వీరో హనుమానగ్రతః స్థితాం,
అథ తామబ్రవీద్వీరో హనుమానగ్రతః స్థితాం, అథ తామబ్రవీద్వీరో హనుమానగ్రతః స్థితాం
కథయిష్యామి తే తత్వం యన్మాం త్వం పరిపృచ్ఛసి.
కథయిష్యామి తే తత్వం యన్మాం త్వం పరిపృచ్ఛసి. కథయిష్యామి తే తత్వం యన్మాం త్వం పరిపృచ్ఛసి.
మీనింగ్ విందాం, తర్వాత మళ్ళీ మొత్తం శ్లోకం తర్వాత మళ్ళీ మొత్తం చెప్తాం.
Now the scene, who are the people discussing actually? Hanuman and then Lankini. Lankini is a demon. She is guarding the entire Lanka city. Now, even Hanuman is trying to enter into the city from the fort. She saw him. So she stopped him. And then ferociously she started asking some questions. Who are you? Where from you have come? What for you have come? What is that you want to do here? How you are going inside without taking my permission? I am the total leader for this and for the security. You should contact me. Without my permission, you are not supposed to go inside. Like that, she was shooting several questions. Then a peculiar situation has come to Hanuman. She is asking a series of questions. He should answer or he should not answer. He cannot go inside without answering because she is standing as a block in between. She is not allowing him to go inside. Then, in that context, Hanuman is telling to Lankini, yes, definitely you are asking about my whereabouts. I will tell you. Here actually a peculiar situation, as I am telling. One is whether he should tell the total truth or not, or whether he should speak lies. He should not speak lies. He is a God for us. He will never speak lies. But at the same time, if he gives a full answer, full information to Lankini, immediately she may pass on to Ravana. Then what happens? Immediately the war itself may start. Fighting may start. Before the search operation for Sita Devi commences, then he is in a dilemma. So because he is a brilliant person, immediately thought, no, I will tell you here, Kathayishyami, I will tell you that in future tense he is using. Immediately I am not going to answer you. First of all, next question, next shloka is there. First of all, you give your particulars to me. Before I give my particulars to you, you give your particulars. Who are you, first of all, to ask me? Are you eligible to ask me? Next question is, Katvam Virupanayana, who are you? With this peculiar type of eyes and other things. Not interesting shape actually. Horrible face you are having. Like that, he started asking some questions. So here actually what happens is, this kind of situation may come to everybody in life sometime or other. We may be meeting several people, and other people may be, they may not be that much genuine as you are, that much as you are. Then you are not supposed to give your full information to them. Don't give your full information to them. First of all, you acquire information, you gather information from them, who they are, what for they are asking, what is their standards. All these questions actually we expect. This is the moral from this story. Now actually you see, important word is there. Atha tam abravit veraha Hanuman agrata sidam. She is standing just before him. Agrataha. Now who is Hanuman? He is a Vera also. Normally what is the meaning we take as Vera? For Vera means hero, a fighter. But actually, the word, actually, if you go into detailed meaning of that word, very interesting information is packed in those two letters, Veera. This actually, the meaning is given in Vishnu Sahasranama Stotra for the word Veera. What it means, it is split into two words, V plus Era. It is Savarna Dirgha Sandhi. V plus Era. Era means movement. A person who is having a fast movement in the battlefield, he is called as a Veera. Very fast movement. Visheshena gachati. యుద్ధరంగంలో చాలా ఫాస్ట్గా వెళ్ళేవాడిని వీర అంటే కత్తించుకుంటాడు. He may be having the sword, he may be having the gada, he may be fighting, but at the same time, suppose at one place a group of people are fighting, his people and the enemy people are fighting, then he should join this group and defeat or kill the enemy fellows, and then he should not stay there itself. He should immediately some other place. Other group may be fighting, his group may be fighting with the enemy army. So again he should run from this place to other place. Again he should conquer those fellows also. Again from that place he has to go some other place. Like that, a person who moves very fastly in the battlefield while fighting, he is called as Veera. Hanuman is that type of personality because he can fly also. This actually is proved subsequently in the entire Sundarakanda. Then he is destroying the Ashokavana and then started fighting with Rakshasa Sena. Now he is saying, Tattvam, I will tell you the truth. Kathayishyami te tattvam. I will tell you the concept. Tattva means concept. Why I have come? Yes, I will give you. No problem. Because you are asking me, I will tell you. It's a future tense. First of all, next question is, yes, who are you first of all? That is here. He is in charge of vigilance department, let us say. So a vigilance person should never leak his information. He should give only that much which exactly just required, not more than that, because others may catch him. So this is a great information actually how you should build up our personalities. When we are meeting somebody whom we do not know, and when he starts asking us, we should not leak full particulars of us. Suppose somebody asks you to give your passport, then you are, no, you don't give it. Hold it and see whether that person is genuine to ask you or not. First of all, you ask, who are you to ask me my passport? That type of information, very important actually. This is not only in the interviews, even in the examinations also. First of all, you should understand what actually it means. Then you can start answering. Yes, sir. Now you can go for next shloka, sir.
So we'll chant the whole shloka. Okay, you got the meaning, right? So we'll chant. Athatam abbravid viro hanumanagratasthitam kathayishyami te tattvam Yanman tvam paripritchasi.
अथतामब्रवीद्वीरो हनुमानग्रतस्थितां कथयिष्यामि ते तत्त्वं यन्मां त्वं परिपृच्छसि. अथतामब्रवीद्वीरो हनुमानग्रतस्थितां कथयिष्यामि ते तत्त्वं यन्मां त्वं परिपृच्छसि.
Okay, so andariki vachindi kada, we'll go to the next shlokam. 12th shlokam. Half truth with bad people. So vanani upavananiha. वनान्युपवनानीह लङ्कायाः काननानि च लङ्कायाः काननानि च सर्वतो गृहमुख्यानि सर्वतो गृहमुख्यानि द्रष्टुम् आगमनं हि मे वनानि उपवनानीह लङ्कायाः काननानि च सर्वतो गृहमुख्यानि द्रष्टुमागमनं हि मे वनान्युपवनानीह
वनान्युपवनानीह
लङ्कायाः काननानि च
लङ्कायाः काननानि च लङ्कायाः काननानि च
सर्वतो गृहमुख्यानि
सर्वतो गृहमुख्यानि
द्रष्टुमागमनं हि मे
द्रष्टुमागमनं हि मे
Two columns together. वनान्युपवनानीह लङ्कायाः काननानि च
वनान्युपवनानीह लङ्कायाः काननानि च वनान्युपवनानीह लङ्कायाः काननानि च
सर्वतो गृहमुख्यानि द्रष्टुमागमनं हि मे
सर्वतो गृहमुख्यानि द्रष्टुमागमनं हि मे सर्वतो गृहमुख्यानि द्रष्टुमागमनं हि मे.
You see, the meaning is, she asked, what for you have come? Now, I already told you he is in a dilemma, whether to give full information or not. So he decided, let me give partial information, which is the truth, and at the same time, we will not disclose, we will not give most important information. We'll suppress it. So when she is asking why you have come here, he says, no, I am just a visitor to this place. So I want to see big parks, small parks, and also the forest surrounding Lanka. Vanani means big parks. Just like in Hyderabad, Brahmanandi Park is there. Very big park. Similar Upavanani, small parks are there. Say Krishnakant Park, very small. It's not very small, it's medium type. So very big parks, that is they are called as Vana. And Upavana is a medium sized parks. Then Kanana means it's a forest itself. These are all the things that are surrounding Lanka. Actually, you should see Lanka. If there is a chance to you, definitely you will avail it. There is one Shankari Devi is there. That is Parvati Devi temple is there, very far. Lankayam Shankari Devi. For that purpose, you should go to Lanka. Then the Swami's name, Shiva's name is Nataraja there. And now Shankari, that temple is very big temple, very big. For that purpose, at least, suppose if you start going, in between hundreds and hundreds of parks are there, very big parks, almost the forest type, several varieties of trees, mango trees, several varieties, you cannot name them. He saying, yes, I heard that Lanka is full of trees. I want to just see all the varieties of trees you are having here. And not only just the trees, then you may say, yes, you go to the forest. No, not only the forest. I want to see all the important houses also. All the palaces also I want to see. Sarvataha Gruha Mukhyani. Gruha Mukhyani means all the important houses who will be residing in the very important residential buildings. The prime ministers, other ministers, commanders, then warriors, other soldiers, group leaders. Here actually you see there are several important people are there. And the brothers, in addition to the original king himself. I want to see all these things. Everything just in a very capsule form. He just mentioned Graha Mukhyani, all the important houses. Here I'll give you some names. Here one is Mahaparshva, another one is Kumbhakarna, another important person is Vibhishana, Indrajit, Mahodara, Vidyujihva, Vajradamashtra, Shuka, Sarana, like the Rashmiketu, hundreds and hundreds of great Rakshasa leaders are there. They are all allotted quarters. And each quarter, each building, what is the size? They are having 7-floor building. Sapta Ashta Bhavanani, that is 7, they are called as Antastu. They are called as 7 floors, 8-floor buildings. All these people are. Whereas Ravana's building, 14-floor building. They are all important buildings. Leave it on the single floor buildings. I want to see all these things. Here he has given full information. At the same time, he is giving some information. His real information is actually what for he is setting all these things to find out Seta Devi. That part he is not telling. But for locating Seta Devi, all these things have to be searched. So the second level information is passing on, but the highest level top information he is not disclosing. Similarly, actually, that is one type of the skill what we should acquire when we are answering other people. Suppose, you go to an interview. There the interviewer gives you just only 2 minutes time, whereas you may require about half an hour's time. How you can get that much? So you give such a partial answer only, which will make him to again ask some other questions. Again, that answer what you give, that should lead to some other question. Like that you can spend a lot of time. So the skills, the speaking skills actually, those things you should definitely improve. For that purpose only these shlokas are given here. There are all the things that will help you in making your personality develop. Personality not physique, but your vocal skills also. How you should speak, what type of things you should give, what type of things you should not give in your replies. All those things actually they are all mentioned here. He is speaking truth, but only partial truth. That's sufficient. He is not speaking lies. He is speaking truth only, but it is a partial truth. Total information you need not open it because he is not fit for it. So that type of information also you should pass on whenever required in your lifetime. Very good, sir. Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. Now you proceed.
You will chant the whole shloka. Okay. After that, you repeat twice. Okay. Even if you are on mute, chant loud. Okay. Vananyupavanani halankayah kananani cha sarvato grihamukhyani drashtumagamanam hime.
Vananyupavanani Lankaya Kananani cha Sarvato Gruhamukhyani Drashtumagamanam hime. Vananyupavanani Lankaya Kananani cha Sarvato Gruhamukhyani Drashtumagamanam hime.
Very nice, sir.
So, ఈ శ్లోకాలు ఆడియోస్ కూడా స్క్రిప్ట్ తో సహా దే ఆర్ దేర్ ఇన్ ద గూగుల్ డ్రైవ్ లింక్ ఇన్ ద డిస్క్రిప్షన్ ఆఫ్ ద వాట్సాప్ గ్రూప్. Okay. So we will now move on to the next topic.
It's already big shloka, but very simple, very easy to get by heart. Even by single reading, you will be able to get back me the full shloka. See, previously we learned some shloka on the god of, let's say, Nataraja. Nrittavasane Nataraja Raja, that shloka we learned. Subsequently, we learned about Durga, Sharanagata Denartha. Then we learned on Sri Rama Parivara also. Now, today, we will learn a shloka on Narasimha Swami. Actually, out of all the Dashavataras, Narasimha Avatara is having a peculiar importance also. In other avatars, there was no test or examination for Lord Vishnu. But he is facing an examination. He is facing an examination. Prahalada and Hiranyakashipu both are fighting actually vocally. He says, "Where is your Lord?" Yes, our Lord is everywhere, he says. So at the time, to make the statement of Prahalada true, Lord Vishnu has to be available at every place. He doesn't know where Hiranyakashipu may ask. So he has spread his all his vibhutis everywhere. He is existing everywhere. Vishwavyapakatva, he has got it. Then that is most important feature of Paramatma actually. Now a devotee, particularly Prahalada type persons, who made this shloka, it is in praise of Lord Nrsimha. Mata Nrsimhascha. Please tell me. Mata Nrsimhascha.
Mata Nrsimhascha.
Pita. There actually Nrsimho is there. Subsequently, Nrsimha we call it when you are splitting it. Pita Nrsimha.
Pita Nrsimha.
Bhrata Nrsimhascha.
Bhrata Nrsimhascha.
Sakha Nrsimha.
Sakha Nrsimha.
Vidya Nrsimha.
Vidya Nrsimha.
Dravidam Nrsimha.
Dravinam Nrsimha.
Swami Nrsimha.
Swami Nrsimha.
Sakalam Nrsimha.
Sakalam Nrsimha.
2 charanas at a time. We just want to read it. Very simple. Mata Nrsimhascha Pita Nrsimho. Bhrata Nrsimhascha Sakha Nrsimha.
Mata Nrsimhascha Pita Nrsimho. Bhrata Nrsimhascha Sakha Nrsimha.
Vidya Nrsimho Dravidam Nrsimha. Swami Nrsimha Sakalam Nrsimha.
Vidya Nrsimho Dravinam Nrsimha. Swami Nrsimha Sakalam Nrsimha.
Entire shloka we will read out. Mata Nrsimhascha Pita Nrsimho. Bhrata Nrsimhascha Sakha Nrsimha. Vidya Nrsimho Dravidam Nrsimha. Swami Nrsimha Sakalam Nrsimha.
Mata Nrsimhascha Pita Nrsimho. Bhrata Nrsimhascha Sakha Nrsimha. Vidya Nrsimho Dravinam Nrsimha. Swami Nrsimha Sakalam Nrsimha.
The brief meaning of this is everything. Lord Nrsimha is everything for me. What is that meant by everything? He is my mother. Nrsimha Swami himself he is my mother. He is my father. That is Mata Nrsimha. He is my mother. He is my father. He is my brother, Bhrata. He is my friend. He is my education. He is my cash. He is my money. He is my Lord. And he is everything for me. Sakalam Nrsimha. You mention anything, everything is covered under the word Sakalam. That is the highest level of devotion a devotee is having towards Lord Nrsimha. The devotee is nothing but Jagadguru Shankaracharya. Initially, actually, that is a great poem written by him. Okay, now let us go into the next item. Yes, sir. Now, Ravanagar.
So today we are going to learn another story from Panchatantra. That is the third part of Panchatantra, Aparishita Karakam. So in the last session we have learned about a story of Brahmin and a mongoose. So you know what is Aparishita Karakam? It is just acting without thinking. So emotionally, so we commit something. So that results in some sort of problem. So now we are going to learn another story from the same part. It is now about a talkative tortoise.
No.
A talkative tortoise. So there was a river. So near that river, so there were 2 geese and the tortoise. They are staying together.
What is meant by geese, sir?
So it's a duck. It's a duck-like thing, I think. Is
It's a bird. It's a bird.
Yeah.
it's,
Can you all see the screen? So you can see the screen.
Yes, Andy.
it's a, you can.
Now, are you able to see the picture, sir?
I can see the screen. I can see the screen, sir.
I displayed it.
Okay. Okay. So there were two geese, yes, and a tortoise. So all these three, they were staying together near a river. So they were very happy, and they were all the three were very good friends. So once what happened, in that particular region where they were staying, so that region was affected by a drought. So there were no rains, and for some time. So just because of the drought, so there was no water in the river and other water bodies. So the river, it was dried up. So many birds and animals, so they died because of thirst. So what happened? These two geese and the tortoise, so they have discussed among themselves what to do. So how can we save ourselves from this? So because there was no water, not even a drop of water to drink, so they have to leave that place to a safer place where the water is available. So thinking like that, they searched for water near that place. They went out. Yes, they went out and searched for the water, but they could not find any water. So they came to know some a far off place there was a lake and their water is plenty, so they can go there and they can stay. But how to go there? That is the problem. These two geese and the tortoise, so they have planned, they have discussed in such a way, they discuss how to reach that place, the other place, how to migrate to that. These two geese said, so we can fly, so we can we can go anywhere. Whereas this tortoise, so it cannot fly and it cannot reach that place on foot because it takes a lot of time. That too, it is quite far away from this existing place. So that is the problem for the tortoise. So after thinking for some time, the tortoise said, I have an idea. So if you do that, if you plan that, so we can safely reach that other place where that water is available. So what's that plan? The tortoise said, so let us get a stick, a strong stick. So you two hold that stick with your beaks. So in the middle, I will hold the stick with my teeth. So I will cling to that stick. So you can, when you fly, yes, I will also be carried with you. I can be lifted and we all three can go. So that is the plan. So the idea was very good. Geese said, okay, we will do that, but we should be very careful. You should be very careful because you talk so much. You cannot keep your mouth shut. Unnecessarily you talk so much. So that is the problem. Suppose if you open your mouth during our journey, so you may fall on the ground and you may die. So there is a risk. So you have to listen to our words. So until we reach our destination, you should not speak. You should not open your mouth. So that is the condition. So remember. So the tortoise said, okay. So I will keep my mouth shut. So next what happened? Immediately, so they have started their journey. So by these two geese, they held a stick, and the tortoise clinging to that stick in the middle. So they flew over certain villages, forests, and meadows, and just land and hills and all. So when they were flying over a small town, so all of a sudden, people in that particular town, men and women, saw small children, old, and all those people. So they have come out of their houses and they gathered in the streets, on the streets, and they have seen the scene in the sky, a spectacular scene. So they have never seen that such a scene. So they thought, so they are thinking, how can it be? Two birds are carrying a tortoise in the sky. So where are they going? So it is a wonder for them. It's a great spectacle for them. So what they done? So they were crying, shouting, and yelling. Yes, they were making so much of noise. So this tortoise, it could not keep quiet. So it heard all the noise, that noise going just on the ground. So it thought, so something is going on down. So I should ask my friends what is going on that there. So let me ask. It immediately it opened its mouth and just it wanted to it uttered something. So what is going on there? So tell me. But as soon as it opened its mouth, it fell on the ground and died on the spot instantaneously, because it is a talkative, it is a foolish tortoise. It could not keep its mouth shut. So that is how. So it died. So it has not listened to its friends' advice. That is the main thing. So one has to listen the friend's advice. If it is good, so you have to follow it. Otherwise, you will be in problem. That too. Second thing, you may be having some anxiety or curiosity and everything, but you should not act in haste. That is the moral. So before you act, you have to think twice what I have to do. So this is the model of the story, Aparishyata Karakam. So next time, so we will come with another story. So now just Guru Garu will take over the session.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. So now today about the legend. You see, so far we were learning the biographies of great emperors who ruled this great land. But there are several people are there. Our objective is, there are several other varieties of great people were there in this country. They brought name and fame for this country. They contributed extensively. Their works are still relevant even today also. So we should know something about others also who have contributed in that direction. So now about Mauri Chandragupta we have covered, Krishnadevaraya we have covered, Rana Pratap we have covered. Like that we have seen some emperors. Now today onwards we will see some mathematicians, great mathematicians. About 4 or 5 people we will be discussing. Today the topic will be about Aryabhata. First of all, whoever knows geometry, at least what is the circumference of a circle? It is 2 pi r. What is the area of a circle? Pi r square. What is the value of pi? It is 22/7. Everybody knows. But who calculated it more accurately? It is Aryabhata. Here actually let me tell you, normally the people think, మీరు స్లోగా ఒక పిక్చర్ మారుస్తూ ఉండండి, ఏం పర్వాలేదు, 4 pictures ఉన్నాయి. The name Aryabhatta, people will be saying, no, it is not Aryabhatta, it is Aryabhata. First of all, there are people who are having their names with Bhatta, Krishna Bhatta, like that. But here, this person's name is, next again, come back to the original photo. Aryabhata. ఇక్కడ కూడా చూడండి, ఆర్యభట్ట అనే రాసింది. It's not correct, but even then, very briefly, కొంచెం అలా చేయండి, కొంచెం వీలైతే. He was born in the year 476 AD. That is 5th century. Today we are in 21st century. 16 centuries before Aryabhata was born. Here actually you can see on the screen under the photo, Aryabhata 476 to 529. What is a lifelong? Actually, what is life he enjoyed there? This is 24 years plus this is 29 years. 53 years only he lived physically on this land. But his name and fame are still, they are mentioned everywhere. Everywhere he is mentioned. Every mathematician is supposed to know about Aryabhata because he invented the value of pi. Now, next. Here, actually, see what are the important things. He's a great, please note down, he's a great mathematician. Not just mathematician alone, he's an astronomer also. Astronomer means who identifies the equations for calculating when sun will rise, when moon will rise, when such and such a star will come, when will be the eclipse. All those calculations who can make, they are called as astronomers. And he belonged to 5th century. Some people say he was born in Bihar, some people say he was born in Kerala. But one thing is certain, he mentioned that he lived in a city called as Kusumapura. Kusumapura means, what is that? Kusuma means a flower. Now, we are having several cities, and each city is having a name. Suppose you take up Delhi. What it was called earlier? Hastinapura. Hasti means elephant. It is a city of elephants. It is not a city of flowers. Similarly, Calcutta is there. It is a city of goddess Kali. Like that, all the cities, their names, they are associated with one important item. But what is this Kusumapura? What is the name of that? What is that city whose name is associated with a flower? That is Patna. Patna's original name was Pataliputra. Patali means a fragrant flower like. That is actually fragrant flower that is called as Patali. Patali, Kusuma, Punna, like that, several descriptions are there in our mythologies. Very fragrant. That city is called, where actually Ashoka ruled this country, where Chandragupta and Chanakya, they lived. That place is called as Pataliputra. Now that city is now in Bihar. So he himself mentioned that he lived in that Kusumapura. The names will be changing, but the descriptions are there. And one important thing is, he has given an equation how to calculate the value of pi very accurately than 22/7. And then he has written a book called as Aryabhatiya. The book written by Aryabhata is called as Aryabhatiya. And then it contains about 121 small shlokas. Here actually now a description చూపించండి, text parts చూపించండి. Fast I will be covering text. Text ఉంది చూడండి. Next. Now this is our government of India has the first satellite. It was named after this great mathematician Aryabhata. This is our satellite, developed by our greatest engineers of this country in recent times. So what name we should give? They called it as Aryabhata. Yes, next one. Text ఉంటుందమ్మా చూడండి. Text file. Yeah, I'll be going ahead. He was, as I told you, he mentions when he was born. He himself says, yes, I was born. There are, you see, Krita Yuga is there, Treta Yuga is there, Dwapara Yuga is there. All the 3 Yugas are over. Next Kali Yuga started. Yes, this is the document I'm saying. There he mentions, he has mentioned about the time and the place also he has mentioned. Time means in which year he was born. He says, after the beginning of Kali Yuga, 3,600 years are over. 3,600 years are over. That is actually the date of Kali Yuga beginning was identified. How do you know the beginning of Kali Yuga? The day on which Lord Krishna left his mortal coil, when he has gone to Parandhama, that day is called as the beginning of Kali Yuga. It is February 16th, 17th of 3102 BC. That is the beginning day of our Kali Yuga. That is identified. From that day onwards, he says, you please calculate 3,600. By that time, that is, it comes to 499 AD. Then he says, now as on today, my age is 23 years. So if you want to find out his year of birth, from 499, you have to subtract 23. That becomes the year of birth. That is nothing but 476 AD. In a poetic way, he explains. Excellent, actually. Suppose, how can you give the correct date of birth of great people? You have to give some reference. Suppose, when are you born? Yes, I am born in 1948, I will say. Where from? What is this 1948? Is that Earth has started only on that year? No. Where we are giving a reference to AD. Then when was Christ was born? Nobody can give. Can we say 0 year? How can it happen? So for giving the date of birth of Christ, you have to give some other reference, earlier reference. What it can be? Nobody knows. Whereas our great people thought, yes, there will be natural systems will be there. That natural system they will be mentioning on such and such a date when the solar eclipse has occurred, or such and such a date when the lunar eclipse has Surya Grahana has occurred, or Chandra Grahana has occurred, or the Kali Yuga has started. That unique day. That can be very precisely. From that day onwards, my so and so, I am in this year, I am born. It's a perfect way of explaining the year of birth and other things. Otherwise, they have no meaning at all. Now, next one is, there actually, the place also have seen. What is that education? Ultimately, he settled in Kusumapura. He studied, and as I told you, he worked on several subjects. On arithmetics, mathematics he has done, algebra he has contributed, then plane trigonometry he has brought out, then spherical trigonometry he brought out, then he continued fractions, then quadratic equations, simultaneous equations of second order, third order, fourth order, nth order. Like that, actually, he was a genius in mathematics. There are several other geniuses were there subsequently. Varahamihira, Brahmagupta, like that. But he is the first person in that list. Next page. What is that Aryabhatiya? That book contains, actually it has 4 parts. One is called Geetika Pada. Second part is called Ganita Pada. Third one is called as Kalakriya Pada. And fourth one is called Goala Pada. Then within that mathematics also, you see, we are having ones place, tens place, hundreds place, like this we are having. Suppose if I say 256, well, this 2 is bigger than that 6 or not? Normally 2 is small and 6 is big. But 6 is in the ones place or 2 is in the hundreds place. So the value of 2 is bigger there than the value of 6. Here is a 2 into 100, where that is 6 into 1 only. So that actually he has mastered it, and he has introduced one Indian algebra that is called as Katapayadi Vedhanam. For alphabets, he has given values. What is A? What is A? What is E? What is E? Mathematically has brought out. Suppose our cell number is there, 10-digit number we are having. So if somebody asks me what is your number, 98494 59316, like this I have to use several words. 98, all these things. No. He said, Q Guru. That's all. Over. Just 2 letters he utters. With that, a 10-digit number can be explained very uniquely. No duplication, no ambiguity. That type of mathematics he has brought out. That is called as Katapayadi Vedhanam. Please remember it. Similarly, I told you, Ramachandru, Ramabahulu. Yes, that is Bhota Sankhya Vedhanam. That was the second type of Indian algebra. So he brought out first variety of algebra. Similarly, here, actually you see, for the value of pi, he has written a great shloka. Now, sir, madam, ఆ శ్లోక చూపించండి. ఈ స్క్రీన్ తీసేసి చతురధికం స్క్రీన్ వస్తుంది చూడండి. శ్లోకం ముందర. Every week, we are learning on Telugu poem. This time I will, yes, this one. Thank you. Now, this time I will give you a Sanskrit poem on the value of pi, written by Aryabhata. I will read out, then one person may follow. Chaturadhikam. Venkat garu meer unnara? Evarno okkadu chadavandamma, meer chadavandamma. Chaturadhikam shatamashtagunam
शतमष्टगुणं
द्वाषष्टिः
द्वाषष्टिः द्वाषष्टिः
तथा सहस्राणाम्
तथा सहस्राणाम्
अयुतद्वय
अयुतद्वय
विष्कम्भस्य
विष्कम्भस्य
आसन्नो
आसन्नो
वृत्तपरिणाहः
वृत्तपरिणाहः
The value of the method of calculating y says. Now next slide చూపించడమా meaning I have given చతురధికం I have given next slide చూడండి here actually yes this one please same కొంచెం కింద తీసుకురండమ్మా కొంచెం ఇంకా కొంచెం కింద తీసుకురండి yes అది now you see the shloka the words I have written here చతురధికం శతం that is 4 more than 100. What does it mean? 4 plus 100. Chatuhu adhikam shatam. That 100 which is having 4 also to be added. That is, it is 104. Then he says, Ashtagunam, multiply by 8. 104 multiply by 8. 8 into 104. How much? 8 4s are 32. 8 1s are 8. 832. Then he gives out another number. Dvashashtis sahasranam. Sahasra means 1,000. Shashti means 60. Please understand. Shashti means thakaram. If you use Mahaprana, it is 6. Whereas light, if you utter Shashti, it is 60. Shashti Purti will say. We will not say Shashti Purti. If somebody says Shashti Purti, it is wrong. Only completing of 6 years only. Shashti, 60 years completing, we call it as Shashti Purti. No, it is not just 60. It is Dvashashtihi. That is 62. 62,000. How much it will become? 62,000. Dvashashti means 62 into 1,000. It is 62,000. Now he says you add both. Ashtagunam Dvashashti Sahasranam. 832 plus 62,000 becomes 62,832. This is one number. Then Ayutadvaya, another word is there. Ayuta means 10,000. There are two 10,000s. Then what will be the value? 2 into 10,000 will be 20,000. What is the 20,000? Suppose you imagine a circle. A circle will have a radius. If you extend that radius, it becomes diameter. The diameter is nothing but 2 times the radius. That what actually, and that the diameter in Sanskrit is called as Vishkambha. So the Vishkambha you take it as 20,000. The circumference you take it as 62,832. And the diameter you take it as 20,000. That is how actually we understand diameter. Radius, suppose you call it as R. Diameter will be 2 times R. That is 2R. Now, what is the formula for circumference? It is 2 pi R. Pi symbol actually we are not able to generate immediately. So, we write as pi pi. 2 pi R. The same thing actually, because all the 3 quantities are multiplying. First you write pi, then you write 2 into R. That is pi in 2 into pi into R is equal to pi into 2R. But 2R we call it as a diameter. So it's nothing but pi into diameter. So circumference is equal to pi into diameter. This is the formula. Now I am interested in finding out the pi. Then you send this diameter reverse. So pi is equal to circumference by diameter. Circumference already we have given 62,832 by Vishkambha. That is the diameter is 20,000. Then what will be the value? Koncham make this on my screen. Koncham. Then it becomes, so now you see, you divide by 2, first of all, very easy. 6 divided by 2, it becomes 3. 2 divided by 2, it becomes 1. 8 divided by 2, it becomes 4. 3 divided by 2, 1. And then remainder plus 2, 1. 12 it becomes, then 6. Like that, he says, this is asannaha. This is approximately, this is the value of pi. Because the value of pi can never be closed with any certain digits. It is an infinite series you will be getting. So this actually, whereas 22 by 7 is a lesser correct than compared to this one. Is more correct. This he has given, and very simple to remember also. The below number is 20,000, very easy. Upper number is slightly how to remember 62,832. This is 3.1416. Is a better approximation. This is called. This way, or when did he invent this formula for pi? About, suppose you take it as 500, About 1500 years back, he has written this. He has founded the value for pi, and he has written the book Aryabhatiyam. Very great mathematician. We wish all the children now attending the classes, you should be great mathematicians, and you should write some books. Your book must be read after 4,000 years. Bhaskar, the Aryabhata's book is now read after 1500 years. I wish your books, which you may write, which you should write, they should be studied after 4,000 years minimum. You please concentrate on mathematics. Become great mathematicians. Our blessings to you. Thank you. Now, next is, so now I have given a story. I have given a story, a shloka also. You should try to get by heart. This is shloka related to mathematics. Now, Bhaskar garu, you can take over, sir. So, madam, you please enable him.
గురువు గారు నమస్కారం అండి. ఒకసారి పిల్లలు అడుగుతున్నారు, ఒకసారి మళ్ళీ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తారా అని.
Sure. దానికి no problem. Now you see, Margo, the shloka pi r square actually, is the area of a circle. Circumference means only on the boundary. If suppose in a running race, a great circular line is drawn. You are asked to run on the circle only. That is called a circumference. Not within the ground. Only on the border only you are asked to run. That is called circumference. What is the formula? How do you calculate? For a circle, there will be a center. That center is always center. From that center, you draw a line onto the circumference and the boundary. It is called as radius. Suppose you extend from this end to that end, that it extends the radius to the other side, cutting the circle. The entire length is called as a diameter. That is a 2 radius size, twice the size of radius. Now, here suppose he has given, there are 3 quantities. Formula is circumference is equal to 2 into pi into r. Please, I think most of you will be knowing this. If not already told you, you please note down. Circumference is equal to 2 pi r. Then what is the value of pi? Pi is most important. Yes, now you answer your drawn, suppose radius is 100 meters, let us say, you will be having a diameter of 200 meters. Here he has taken up the Vishkamha, that is 20,000. That very big circle has drawn 10,000 meters or feet or whatever you take, any unit you can take. 10,000 feet. Suppose the radius he has drawn, then the diameter will be double. That is, it becomes 20,000. Then he has calculated already what will be the circumference. If you draw a circle with that much size of diameter, then the circumference will be this much. He has already calculated. Now, using this value given by him for the circumference and from the value given for the diameter, you will be able to calculate the value of pi. Very important number in mathematics. Without pi, you cannot calculate the information related to the circles, either the circumference or areas, or for conversion subsequently. Anything related to circles you want, you should know the value of pi. Normally, in our high schools, they will be telling pi is equal to 22/7. It is approximation only. The approximation is not perfect. Then, which is better by approximation? Aryabhata's pi's value is more approximate than 22/7. This is the meaning. Thank you. Next, Bhaskar garu.
ధన్యవాదాలండి.
Thanks, Amma.
Good morning.
Bhaskar garu unnara?
Annan Guru garu.
Please join.
Yeah. Yeah. Good morning and good afternoon, students.
And good
Just
night
one
also.
question.
And good night also.
Good night for who are leaving. Just one quick question. I'm just testing how much you followed Guru Garu's class. What is the first satellite name? Please ping in chat box. First Indian satellite name. Okay, good, great. Okay. 3 answers. What about remaining people? Yeah. Very good. I think you are taking help from your parents.
Better.
Okay.
Okay.
So, I will ask questions from previous classes to test whether you are following or not. Okay. Anyone know what is the second satellite name? Just one clue. I don't think Rohini. Yes, Bhaskara is the second satellite name. Second satellite. Aryabhatta 2 came, but after that it came. Yeah, just to inform. Okay. Any one of you can tell the square methods, sutras. They are on the screen. I am stopping my screen. Anyone? Whatever the square methods we have discussed. Okay. Okay. Madam, please unmute for the people. I can ask. Please give privilege. So, Aditi, you can unmute and tell.
Yeah, మీరు పేరుతో పిలవండి అందరూ ఒకసారి. వాళ్ళు దే కెన్ మ్యూట్ అన్మ్యూట్. మీరు రైజ్ హ్యాండ్ చూస్తున్నారు కదా, సో యూ కెన్ ఆస్క్ దెమ్.
Yeah, Aditi. Yeah, please tell.
Ekadikena purvena, meaning one more than previous number. When to use to calculate the squares of numbers ending with 5. Example 5, 25, 35.
Yeah. Next one.
Next, yeah.
Second square method.
Tavadadikam tavadadi kritya yava vadkam cha yogayet, meaning how much ever more than base number, add that much to given number, add the square of the difference. When to use to calculate the squares of numbers greater than base number.
Okay, next.
Yavadunam tava duni kritya vadgam cha yogayet.
Okay.
Meaning however less than base number, subtract that much from the given number and add the square of the add the square of the difference. When to use to calculate the squares of the numbers less than the base.
Thank you. Next challenge is you have to tell by closing your eyes. So please raise your hands now. You have to close your eyes and tell just if you tell sutra, that is enough. No need of explaining meaning and when to use. Okay. Sri Pranava Kartikeya, please unmute and close the eyes and tell so that everyone should know.
First one, ekadikena purvena.
Yeah.
Yavadadikam tavadadiki kritya vargancha yojayet.
Okay.
Third one, yavadunam tavaduni kritya vargancha yojayet.
Thank you. Excellent. Okay. Please mute. Akhilesh Kattamuri.
Ekadikena purvena yavadadikam tavadadike kritya vargancha yojayet. Yavadhunam tavadadiki kritya vargancha yojayet.
Yeah, excellent. Very good. Next challenge is, if you know, you can tell the meaning and when to use also. Okay? Yeah. Adi.
Okay, so ekadikena purvena means that you have to use it if it ends in 5, the number. Yavadadikam tavadadiki krutya varganja yojayet that means that when a number is more than a base number, then you have to find that number's square, you have to find the difference between that number and the base, and then add that onto that number, times it by the base, and then the difference squared, add that on as well.
Okay.
And then there's Yavadunam Tavaduni Krutya Varganja Yoje. Yet that one is when it's less than a base number, and then you literally do the opposite of Yavadadikam Tavadadiki Krutya Varganja Yoje. Like so you have the number plus the take away the difference, then you multiply it by the base number, then you square the difference, then you take it away from the number.
One point you missed is you have to subtract double of the difference. A minus 2d. You said, sorry, A minus d. That's correct. Okay, A minus d into base plus d square. That's great. Yeah, that's enough. 10 minutes we practiced the previous concepts just to brush up the old concepts. So I am sharing my screen. First, Ekadikana Purvena. Yeah.
యావదూనం తావదూనీకృత్య వర్గం చ యోజయేత్. దీనికి నేను ఒక ప్రాబ్లం ప్రాక్టీస్ చేశాను. ఇది కరెక్టా? 99,99,992 స్క్వేర్ కనిపెట్టాలి. 99,992.
Okay. Square.
దీని స్క్వేర్ కనిపెట్టడానికి ఈ ఆన్సర్ కరెక్టేనా? 5 9s 84 5062.
9484. 5 9s 84 and then into base. That means 10 lakhs. 1 crore. 1 crore means 10 to the power of 7. That means 10 zeros. Plus 64. 8 square, right? Difference is 8. D is 8. That means 9, 8, 4, 5 zeros, 64. This is the answer.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
This is the answer. Have you got the same answer? 5 9s, 8 4,
Yes, sir.
5 zeros, 64. If you got this answer,
Mistakenly I wrote 62.
8 square is 64. Okay. If you got this answer, then you did correctly. Okay. Have I cleared your question? Doubt?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, we completed first 3 methods. Ekadikana Purvena, Yavadadikam Tavadadiki Krutya Vargancha Yoje, Yavadunam Tavaduni Krutya Vargancha Yoje. So now the last method, up to now 1 2 3, some condition must be satisfied, some conditions should be satisfied. For Ekadikana Purvena, the number should end with 5. Yavadadikam Tavadadiki Krutya Vargancha Yoje, the number should be above the base number and closer to the base number. Yavadunam Tavaduni Krutya Vargancha Yoje, number should be less than the base number and should be close. For example, some scenarios like 234 square or 43 square. 43 square is not near to any of the base number. It is very far away from 10 and it is very far away from 100. You cannot take Yavadadikam or Yavadunam. And Ekadikam Purvena you can't apply for 43 square because it is not ending with 5. So if these 3 conditions are not satisfied, then the last one is you have to check for Dvandva Yoga. There is no conditions. You can calculate square of any number. You can calculate square of any number using Dvandva Yoga. Dvandva Yogam, English meaning is, the meaning is duplex method, or another meaning is synonym, adding twice. Adding twice.
Sir, duplex ante enti?
చెప్తారు ఇప్పుడే చెప్తారు.
Method name. Method name. I will explain. What is duplex? I will explain. Another meaning is adding twice. Guru Gar, you are telling something for duplex meaning.
అదే మీరు చెప్తారు కదా, చెప్పండి. ఎగ్జాంపుల్తో ఇలస్ట్రేషన్ తీసుకొని చెప్పండి, అప్పుడు అర్థం అవుతుంది.
Yeah, sure. Okay. For this method, first you calculate duplex of single number, duplex of double digit number, duplex of triple digit number, duplex of 4 digit number.
Sir,
You continue.
sir.
1 minute. Please.
D of A, that means D of single digit number is A square. That means D of 2 equal to 2 square equals to 4. Okay, and D of double digit number AB is equal to 2 into A into B. That means D of 2, 3, or just to avoid confusion, 3, 4 I will take. 2 into 3 into 4, it is 24. Next, D of, that D is called duplex. Duplex of single digit number, duplex of 2 digit number, duplex of 3 digit number. I am explaining. A, B, C. You have to square the middle number and you have to multiply the ends. That means D of 3, 4, 5 is there. You have to square the middle number, that means 4 square plus 2 into A into C, that means ending digits. 3 into 5 is equals to 16 plus 30 equal to 46. That is duplex of 3 digit number. Next, duplex of 4 digit number. A, B, C, D equals to 2 into A into D plus B into C. D of 3, 4, 5, 6 is equal to 2 into 3 into 6 plus 4 into 5. Two into 18 plus 20. 2 into 38 equal to 76. Okay. There is no end. Duplex of single digit number, duplex of 2 digit number, duplex of 3 digit number, duplex of 4 digit number, duplex of 5 digit. There is no end. We are limiting ourselves up to here, up to 4 digit number. Okay. You have to remember these formulas. Duplex of single digit number, duplex of double digit number, duplex of triple digit number, duplex of 4-digit number. You should remember. I have immediately given few examples.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, can you tell again duplex of one digit, no, 2-digit number and 4-digit and 1-digit, sir?
No. Duplex of 4-digit number is different than duplex of 2-digit number and 3-digit number. Just follow this. Duplex of single digit is duplex of 2 is 2 square 4. Duplex of 2-digit number is different. This is a square. This is 2ab. 2 into a into b. That means duplex of 34 is 2 into 3 into 4. That means 24. Duplex of triple digit is different. Duplex of 4-digit is different. This method
Okay,
is,
sir.
somebody is asking what is this method name? This method is Dvandva Yogam. I think they have joined late. This is Dvandva Yogam duplex method. Okay. So you should remember what is the duplex of single digit number, duplex of 2-digit number, duplex of 3-digit number, 4-digit number. See, there is no end for this, but we are limiting up to 4. You will understand. If you understand what is the duplex of single digit number, 2-digit number, 3-digit number, 4-digit, automatically you can understand 5-digit. With your practice, you can understand.
మహోదయ నాకు క్వశ్చన్ ఉంది నాకు ఇది అర్థం అవ్వలేదు
చెప్పండి
నాకు ఇది అర్థం అవ్వలేదు
చెప్పండి
సార్ సార్
యా
నాకు ఇది అర్థం కావటం లేదు ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేసి చెప్తారా
ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ ఇవ్వండి వాళ్ళకి చేయమనండి వాళ్ళకి అప్పుడు అర్థం అవుతాయి చేయించండి
ఓకే ఓకే
క్వశ్చన్స్
can
ఇవ్వండి
you tell me what is the duplex of 7?
సార్
The duplex of 7 is
49.
Wait, so is basically the duplex basically the square? 7 square.
Tell me duplex of 75. What is the duplex of 75?
75 times 38, which is equal to
7 into 5. 7 5 is 70. Is it simply a square duplex?
no.
Okay. What is the duplex of 3-digit number? 345.
2 times 3 times 4 times 5.
You are squaring the middle digit, and you are multiplying the end digits with a 2. That means 4 square plus 2 into 3 into 5. That means
2 times 3 is equal to 6 times 5 is equal to 30. So 16 plus 13 is equal to 46.
okay, 46, right?
Yes.
Is it simply a square?
No, it's not.
So please remember this duplex of single digit and double digit and triple digit and 4-digit formula.
Okay.
So if you know this, I can explain the complete duplex method. If you don't know what is the duplex of single digit, what is the duplex of double digit, what is the duplex of triple digit, what is the duplex of 4-digit, these are the prerequisites to explain the complete method. First you should know what is the duplex of single digit, what is the, okay, please think what is the duplex of 47. Please ping in the chat box, all of you. Yeah, one answer. Good. Two answers. Three. Very good. Now, next question is duplex of 4, 5, 6. Duplex of 456. Please think the answer. Duplex of 456. Middle digit square plus 2 into end digits. That means 25 plus 48. It is equals to 73. Okay. This is the shortcut method. There is no shortcut for this. This is the shortcut method. You have to remember these formulas. Okay. Once you know this, you can easily calculate even the up to 4 duplex if you know, up to 4-digit duplex if you know, you can calculate the squares of 4-digit number very easily. That means up to 99,999 you can calculate the squares. So one more practice. Just
you take up Bhaskar, you take up one example of the square.
Sure.
Where you use this duplex.
Yeah.
Take up
I'm giving a just prerequisite fundamental for them. 2378. What is the duplex of 2378? Here formula is there. 2378. You can ping in chat box. The answer is 2 into 8.
Okay.
Plus.
ఒక్కసారి అండి, సారీ ఫర్ ద ఇంటరప్షన్. నేను ఒకసారి మళ్ళీ బ్రేక్ రూమ్స్ క్రియేట్ చేస్తానండి. ఇంకో క్లాస్ ఉంది ఇప్పుడు. మీరు మాత్రం వెళ్ళకండి. మీకు ఇన్విటేషన్ వచ్చినా మీరంతా కూడా ఇక్కడే ఉండొచ్చు. మీరు ఎవరు వెళ్ళకండి. సారీ అండి, సారీ.
So many people are coming and joining. I am getting a admission notification. Can I admit them or not?
No, Andy, don't go anywhere. You have to stay in main room. Not now.
నేను అడ్మిట్ చేసుకుంటాను, నేను చూసుకుంటాను. మీరు చెప్పండి, మీరు క్లాస్ చెప్పండి.
Yeah. Equal to 2 into 30 is equals to 74. 74 is the correct answer. Okay. So please note down these formulas and remember it. So there is no shortcut. This is the shortcut. Okay. I have given immediate example. Single digit duplex, double digit duplex, triple digit duplex, 4-digit duplex. I have given example. So this is the shortcut. Don't ask shortcut for this. Okay. So I am explaining. Please follow carefully. Duplex of single digit is a square. That means duplex of 2 means 2 square 4. Duplex of 3 means 3 square 9. Okay. So there is no more explanation in there. Duplex of single digit is square of that digit.
మహోదయ,
ఒకసారి
మళ్ళీ 4 డిజిట్ కి ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తారు. నాకు అది సరిగ్గా అర్థం కాలేదు.
చేస్తానా? ఆ సీక్వెన్స్ లోనే ఉన్నా. సింగిల్ డిజిట్ కాడ నుంచి వస్తాను.
అవునా? ఓకే.
ఎగ్జాంపుల్ తీసుకోండి. మొత్తం మల్టిప్లికేషన్ స్క్వేర్ తీసుకుని బెటర్ అని నా ఉద్దేశం. 2 డిజిట్ నెంబర్ స్క్వేర్ తీసుకుని అక్కడ వేర్ యూ అప్లై దిస్ డూప్లెక్స్, అందులో డైరెక్ట్ నెక్స్ట్ స్టెప్ వెళ్ళండి.
Duplex of 2 digit is 2 into A into B. That means duplex of 34 is 2 into 3 into 4, 24. Okay. And duplex of 3 digit number. You have to square the middle digit and you have to multiply the ending points AC, B square plus 2AC. You have to multiply square of middle digit 4 square plus 2 into 3 into 5. 16 plus 30, 46. Okay. And duplex of 4 digit number, you have to multiply 2 into BC and the ending digits A and D, 2AD plus BC. That means 3, 4, 5, 6 is there. 2 into 3 into 6 plus 4 into 5. If you observe, ending digits I am multiplying, middle digits I am multiplying. 2 into AD. That's why A is this side, D is this side. AD. And middle digits BC, B into C. 2 into 3 into 6 plus 4 into 5. Okay. Now, with this knowledge, let us calculate squares of 2 digit number. These are duplexes. I have given duplex. For example, if you have to calculate the square of 47 square, okay, then it will be like D of 4, D of 47 and D of 7. That means first you will calculate duplex of first digit and then duplex of all digits. Once it is completed, you will come last one. Now you can substitute those. Duplex of single digit 4 means 4 square. Duplex of 2 digit 2 into 4 into 7. Duplex of 7, that means 7 square. Equal to 16. 2 into 4 into 7, that means 56 and 49. Okay, now drop 9 and carry forward 4. If you carry forward 4 this side, 56 plus 4, that will become 60. And drop 0 and carry forward 6 this side. 16 plus 6, that is 22. 2209 is the answer. Duplex of 4, duplex of 47, duplex of 7. And substitute. And if one position should have only one digit. If it has more than one digit, keep the rightmost digit there and carry forward the entire left part to left side. Okay, I am putting everything once again. 16, 56 and 49. Okay, then 16, 56 plus 4, then 9. Now this will become 60. I am putting each and every small step to make you understand. In the subsequent examples, I won't put all the small points. Please note down carefully. Okay. Now equals to 2209. So there is no more place to carry forward. That is the final answer. Okay. So now you do 64 square. That's your duty. Do the 64 square and ping the answer in chat box.
It is 64 square, not D of 64. Is equal to how much? Question mark.
G Avant, correct answer. Adi, correct answer. Narayani Chennai, correct answer. Rishit, you did one single digit mistake. Pranav, correct answer. Okay. So, for the benefit of who didn't follow, just I am explaining one more time. So, you have to calculate D of 6, D of 2 digits, 64, and then D of 4. That means duplex of single digits, it's a square. Duplex of 2 digit, 2 into 6 into 4, and then duplex of single digit. Now it is equal to 36, 48, and 16. Now 36, 48 plus 1, because we are dropping this one 6 and carrying forward left digit to left side. Now I am dropping 9 and carrying forward this left digit to left side. Answer is 4096. Okay?
Time అయింది కొంచెం క్లోజ్ చేస్తున్నాం.
Okay. In next class, we will discuss 3-digit squares.
Practice next class.
Okay? Please practice with the duplex. You please practice from 11 to 99 squares. That means I have given totally 89 sums. That is your practice. You should come up with the answers. Calculate using duplex method. That means 11 square, from 11 square, 12 square, 13 square, 14 square, and so on up to 97 square, 98 square, comma 99 square. So you have 1 week time. Okay, totally 89 sums.
If they know the procedure, that's good enough. Thank you. So,
yeah, thank you.
So, I think children, I think you understood it. We'll come back. Mali man indro screen lo ravalante elaga. Yeah. Now we'll recite Kayena Vacha Shloka. Now we are closing this session because you got sufficient explanation followed by sufficient exercise for the homework also. Let us everybody chant the shloka. Kayena vacha manasendriyaiva buddhyatmana va prakrute svabhavat karomi yajyat sakalam parasmai narayanaayeti samarpayami. Hari Om Tat Sat Brahmarpanamastu.